Oh my god, I'm still alive and narrating. And I should stop using that quote-unquote intro, because it's already well established that I am alive and narrating Wi-Fi battles. This one's against a local friend of mine. It's a friend I met in my Japanese class. Blah blah blah. You don't know him. You don't need to know him. He's a loser. Ha ha ha. Anyway, looking at his team, well, one thing stands out, that being Ditto. That means I can't fucking set up with either my Gyarados or my Charizard. I am running a ZY, so you might be thinking, what the fuck does ZY set up with? I run a weird Dragon Dancing ZY. I've been meaning to test it out, but I haven't had success with it so far. Hint, spoiler, it didn't work in this battle. It's kind of stupid to run it with Gyarados. This team isn't really so thought out. It was sort of a non-serious team that I just slapped together of some guys I wanted to try out with some existing guys that I actually have. That's why I kind of run Gyarados on a Sun team, which isn't even a Sun team. Blah, you get what I mean. I think his lead is most likely to be Weavile. That's why I led with my Scizor. So if he does lead with his Weavile, I can, either kill it with U-turn or get momentum with U-turn. So that's exactly what happens here. It would have been pretty god-awful if he led with his Ferrothorn to set up his Stealth Rocks, because I run a Zard on this team and I don't have a spinner or a default user. This is a choice band Scizor we're looking at here. Which is why it's really freaking important that I leave Stealth Rocks off the field. In retrospect, I probably should have led with Deoxys to taunt the potential Stealth Rocks, but then again, I didn't think he would actually lead with his Ferrothorn, because his Ferrothorn is a perfect counter to my Gyarados, and he might want to save his Ferrothorn for my Gyarados, and that's the reasoning behind me not thinking that he would lead with his Ferrothorn. You turn out to my Charizard here because well, obvious threat is obvious, and I looked at the team preview. Nothing on his team actually wants to take a Charizard-wise attack. If I was Zard X, the freaking Rotom would not stand a chance in hell. Unfortunately, I am running Zard Y because I wanted to try something different. This was after I had a few battles with my old team in the first video. Just didn't freaking feel like narrating them because I played like shit. That's not to say I don't play like shit normally in the videos I upload, but at least these are presentable and excusable. Those just aren't. Anyway, gonna send out my Moonfable, my Clefable. I wanted to test out a Fairy type, and I made it into a special defense wall, which is why I sent it out against a Rotom, because her Rotom special attacks, her sending special wall, her generic play, her. Then I switched out immediately because I can't do anything to a freaking Rotom Heat, because both of my offensive moves are Moonblast and Ice Beam, and I usually just rely on Thunder Waving threats to neutralize them. Unfortunately, with the new 6th Gen mechanics, I can't Thunder Wave electric types. So he's gonna send out his Ditto, the bane of my fucking life, and I really do need Stealth Rocks off my team here, and hence why I chanced the Speed tie and went for the Taunt. Turns out he isn't actually running Scarf Ditto, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What Ditto isn't Scarf? Why would you not run Scarf Ditto? What is wrong with you? What other items are viable on a Ditto other than fucking Quick Powder or some shit? I don't even know. Anyway, like I said, then I send in my Charizard because nothing on his team can take a Zard-wise attack. And I know my own Deoxys set. I haven't put Psycho Boost on it like I do on Showdown. That's why I can, be assured that I wouldn't die on the switch in after, well, taunting that thing. So he's gonna further out his Ferrothorn because, well, I don't know, ask him. It's the only thing he has to counter my Gyarados aside from his own, but then again it's kind of situational. Like whoever Gyarados comes in on the others gets to intimidate and gets the advantage. Plus I don't know if he's actually running Stone Age like mine has, so I don't know. I really don't know. But yep, his Rotom Heat is the only thing on his team that can take a Zard-wise attack, but I'm pretty sure even that is too KO'd, which is why every time I send in my Zard-Y on something that isn't his Rotom, something on his team is gonna die, which is pretty much the only reason why I actually stand a freaking chance in hell in this battle, because all my other teammates are useless aside from Glaceon, but Glaceon hasn't come out yet. Gonna send out my Clefable because her special wall her, and he's gonna use his sun against me and go for the fucking overheat, which is it's kind of bad, to be honest, but at the time I didn't think it was pretty bad because I'm too used to playing with Zard X, and my playstyle is like, okay, you're gonna use this recoil move that lowers your special attack, then, well, I can just fodder out something here, like my Deoxys S, and then I can send in my Zard X and set up Dragon Dances all over your face. Unfortunately, I kind of remember, A, I don't have Zard X, and B, I can't set up because of his Ditto. It wouldn't be so bad because, I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if I actually ran Dragon Pulse on my Zard Y because his Ditto isn't scarfed, but my Zard Y kind of walls itself pretty well, so gonna send out my Gyarados, just going for the coup de grace on his stupid Rotom Heat. Now, little did I expect him to actually be faster than my fucking Gyarados because I thought his Rotom Heat was bulky, which is why he had that kind of confidence to send it in against my Zard Y, because had I been running Dragon Pulse and with Stealth Rocks on his field, I don't know how well offensive Rotom Heat would have taken that. Then again, he might have been bulky. Then this is a bulky Dragon Dance Gyarados, but I kind of thought a full-on wall would not outspeed my Gyarados, and it was kind of, it was really fucking horrible that he outsped me, because even though he's -4, the Volt Switch did like a fuck ton, like over half, plus he gets the burn on me, which renders my Gyarados pretty much useless. And I'm gonna send in something that's even more useless on my team, my Clefable. I swear to God, I'm never gonna use Clefable again. Either I don't know how to fucking use it, or it's just really freaking useless, because most Dragon types that it's supposed to check are physical, and its physical defense is pitiful. So I'm gonna have to send in my Choice Band Sizzle here, go for the U-turn. I feel I need some prior damage before I can finish off the Conkeldurr, because they can be kind of bulky, especially if they run the Assault Vest, which this variant might actually be Assault Vest. I'm not actually sure at all. I haven't seen him use anything that isn't an attacking move. That's why I'm kind of hesitant on sending in my Zard Y, my Momo on a full health Conkeldurr. Now that he has taken U-turn damage, I wasn't even sure if fighting resisted Bug. I just needed some freaking prior damage on it. He's gonna send in his Weavile to fodder it because he kind of realizes, excuse me, that it's not gonna pull as much weight as his Conkeldurr here, because honestly speaking, I have nothing to switch in on Conkeldurr, much like he has nothing to switch in on my Zard Y. So whenever his Conkeldurr comes in something on my team, he's gonna die. So he's gonna send in his Rotom Heat here, and at this point I guess he forgot about Stealth Rocks, but either way, even without Stealth Rocks, I'm pretty sure a Sun boosted Zard Y Flamethrower would KO this thing. I am running Modest Nature because I do run Dragon Dance on this thing. It's a really weird set that I'm pretty sure doesn't work out whatsoever. He's gonna send his Gyarados now. He has Intimidate, so I'm not even sure if he's an offensive variant or the bulky variant. If he was the bulky variant, I'm pretty sure Solar Beam would have killed it. In fact, I'm kind of pretty sure this is an offensive version of a Gyarados, because my Solar Beam after Stealth Rocks puts him in the red. So on Showdown, I actually had experience dealing with Gyarados on my Zard Y, and my Solar Beam did 50% actually. Wait, kind of after Stealth Rocks, 50%, 75 red health. Whatever, forget I said anything. He goes for the Dragon Dance, which allows him to outspeed me the next turn. I wasn't expecting him to be able to kill me, because Gyarados normally don't hit hard if you don't invest in it. And the sun was up, so the waterfall damage was halved. And while I could also Dragon Dance alongside him, my sun is gonna run out sooner or later, and Zard Y is really dependent on the sun. A, for solar beams, and B, to reduce damage from water attacks. So I only have two things left on my team now, my Choice Band Sizzle and my Choice Specs Glaceon, and I kinda have to bullet punch his Mega Gyarados, which, let me tell you, Shiny Gyarados, when it Mega Evolves, it's fucking dope. I need to get one of those things. Anyway, gonna have to bullet punch it because, you know, I'm choice banded there. And my Sizzle, because of my shitty IVs, I don't know what the fuck I did wrong in 5th gen. I saved this thing in 5th gen. I could have sworn I gave it 6 IVs in, like, 31 in everything. And I transfer it and it's like, boop, shit IVs everywhere, average, overall, max attack, everything else sucks. And because I'm choice specs, I have to go for the Shadow Ball. I couldn't go for the Ice Beam because remember, he has a Ditto left hanging around his team. So I kind of have to go for the choice specs Shadow Ball. I kind of would have wanted to see how well his Ditto would have taken on my Glaceon. I'm pretty sure I would have taken on his Ditto really well had I been able to KO that Conkeldurr, which I was not able to. Because Ditto has less base HP than Glaceon, mine is actually maxed out in HP and special attack. Plus I actually have Shadow Ball, and I don't know what the fuck item his Ditto has, but even though his Ditto didn't see much action in this battle, it goes to show just how good of a deterrent Ditto is, because just the mere presence of it alone prevents me from setting up shit, and my Zartwa kind of sucks. Well, it was a fun game anyway, so thank you, JJ. I guess I'm gonna call you that. Wouldn't want to give away your name without your consent. Or I could just, call you Ronaldo and pretend I know Ronaldo, but that would be kind of stupid. So, feel free to leave your comments. Like I said in the last video, my freaking Google Plus account is suspended, so I can't reply to comments. Please add me on Skype if you want to battle me, or if you want me to reply to your comments, I will leave my Skype name in the description. And we'll see you next video. Bye.